Chief Executive John Lee said today he is confident cross-border travel with the mainland without daily quotas and nucleic acid test requirements will soon resume. He added that the government is also considering removing the remaining travel restrictions imposed on travelers from overseas. As Christy Khan reports, the government is actively promoting Hong Kong to the world in order to expedite the city's return to normalcy. Christy Khan reports.
Speaking to reporters today ahead of the weekly Executive Council meeting, Chief Executive John Lee said more than 700,000 people have headed off, while more than 600,000 visited Hong Kong since the first phase of quarantine-free travel between the city and the mainland began in early January. He added that more border checkpoints are set to reopen. Also, Lee said he is confident that the PCR testing requirement as well as the quota system will be scrapped very soon. Meanwhile, the CE said the government will drop the traffic restrictions imposed on inbound travelers from overseas.
We will also consider removing all travel restrictions for arrivals from overseas, such as the vaccination requirement or the rapid antigen test before arrival.
Asked if the mask mandate in the city will be lifted anytime soon, Lee didn't give a clear timeline, noting that Hong Kong is still facing high risk during this period of time.
We have to be able to ensure that we will be able to pass this winter surge, and when we successfully overcome this challenge, then there will be big room for consideration to see how and when we will remove the mask. Now, I think in the whole preparation for full resumption to normalcy, then the mask is obviously a thing that I will consider seriously of lifting.
Government pandemic advisor Yuen Kwok-yung earlier had called on the government to set up a committee to review its anti-COVID work over the past 3 years. Lee disagreed with the proposal, explaining that the government has been constantly reviewing its measures and policies to make sure that the administration is able to respond to new threats and new changes. He added that some of the community isolation facilities will be kept for emergency use, even though the city is gradually returning to normalcy. And Deputy Financial Secretary Michael Wong will be responsible for coordinating the task and deciding how to make good use of the remaining isolation facilities in the city. Christy Khan, TVB News.